All right, everyone. Welcome to SR Broadcasting. We're here with. Oh, we got somebody stopped down on the track. DieHard Racing League. This is the Clocks by Christopher Homestead Miami Championship race here. This is race number 9 of 9. This is going to be the final here tonight. I'm not sure what's going on here. Hang on a second. There we go. Wondering why it was kind of froze up. Guys are in qualify right now. Seth Schultz got the top spot. We're watching Josh Gallagher right now in 16th go around. We got 81 degrees and an 89-degree temperature on the track. Going to be a pretty good race here tonight. The final race is really close too. So let's take a look. Josh Stewart comes in your leader, 3 points ahead of Joshua Jones. Seth Schultz is 10 points behind. And then Robert Barris is 19 points behind. Todd Cray is 37 points behind. There's your top 20. So, I mean, it still could be anybody's race. It's just going to be who's going to get out there, get the most points, and hope, maybe catch the win, catch the championship here. I'm not sure where Wingnut is. Don't know if he fell asleep or what. So I don't know. Right now I'm alone in the booth. Hopefully somebody will show up. But until then, I guess I'll just do the best I can. And I see, Mike Major getting ready to get out on the track and take a qualified time here. And I was just told that the poll for tonight's race is going to be one more bonus point. So anybody that gets up into the pole position right now, Seth Schultz is up there. So that'll be an extra bonus point for Seth. He's not too far behind in points. It's going to be a real close one. It's going to be like Wingnut would say, the Joshua races. No, like Seth said last week, they got to do bad tonight for him to do good. We'll just have to see how they work out their tire strategy, pit strategies. We usually don't see too many cautions, so probably see some green flag pit stops. We've seen a lot of guys making mistakes on pit road, sliding through their boxes, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Anyhow, welcome. This is the Clocks by Christopher Homestead Miami Championship race, and you're watching DieHard Racing League. Got about 2 minutes left of qualify. Here's the number 8 of Chris Stouffer right now in 9th. Got a pretty large field out here. Let me see, 20. Looks like 27 drivers so far out on the field. 20 have taken time. Let's see if anybody else comes out. A little less than 2 minutes right now. Nice looking cars out here tonight too. All right, so Chris Stouffer's going to stay in 9th. So far, Seth Schultz does have the top spot. Once again, we'll take a look at the temperature. It's only 89 degrees on the track, 81 degrees in the air. That should be good. No fast repairs. Put up the points coming into tonight's race one more time for you. So as you see, Josh Stewart, he comes in your leader. He's 3 points ahead of Joshua Jones, and Seth Schultz is back by 10 in 3rd. Robert Barris in 4th, back by 19. Todd Cray is 37 back, and then 46 back is Adam Matz. It's going to be close. Caleb Thompson, 51 back. Brad Speidel, 53 back. I'm not really sure if mathematically they can take it from here. So it might just be between the top 5, Todd Cray up to Josh Stewart. Hopefully we'll have an answer for you by the end of the broadcast. They'll be able to sort out the points if there's any penalties or anything like that, and be able to bring it to you while we're still here live. But should be good. 9 races in this season, and we're at race number 9 right now. We'll see where these guys are going to go for next season. Not really sure what car combination or anything they're going to use, so when we know, we'll bring it to you. All right, we're going to wait for these guys to grid up here, and we'll bring you the grid. See if I get a decent shot here. That's a little bit better. All right, so Seth Schultzen at number 31 is going to grab the pole here tonight and that extra bonus point, so congratulations to Seth. Starting second is going to be Todd Cray. Third will be Joshua Jones. William Morris going to start 4th. 5th is going to be Mike Major. Brad Speidel going to start 6th. 7th is Justin Davidson. Adam Matt's going to roll off 8th. 9th is Chris Stouffer. Elliot Butler is going to roll off 10th. 11th will be Joshua Stewart. Robert Barris is 12th. 13th is Adam Nowinski. Nevin Utsuru is going to roll off 14th. 15th is David Camara. Patrick DeSolner is going to start 16th. 17th is Jose Tellez. Cody Franklin going to start 18th. 19th is Josh Gallagher. Ron Hollyfield is going to roll off 20th. 21st is Art Peck with no time. Aaron Corey, 22nd with no time. 23rd, Bruce Pearson with no time. Rusty Farrell is 24th. Frederick Hofstetter, 25th. Kirk Sager, 26th. And I believe that is going to round out the field. Take a quick look here. We got 134 laps tonight. So, definitely going to be an interesting race. Waiting for the pace car to get these guys out of the pits and get this thing going green. They do start on the green, all the starts and the restarts, so it should be pretty good. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Paul, you look a little lonely down here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the guys, man, so flying solo. How's the track feel?
The track is very tight. The front right is wearing out really bad, but I'm not going to be racing tonight. I'm going to be joining you tonight.
Oh, awesome, bro. Come on in. Yeah, we were just going over the points coming in, man. The points are really close.
Yeah, it's been a great series season so far. The guys are just battling. It's going to be really interesting to watch tonight. Seth and Josh are both really fast. So either one of those guys could easily win this race.
Yeah, and I know Seth isn't too far back behind in points. I think probably the top 5 in the points, maybe top 6 might have a chance at the championship, and then it starts getting back a little bit higher in numbers, and I'm not really sure mathematically if it can be done or not. So it's really going to be interesting to see who comes out on top here.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild race. It's really tough to pass people. In practice, we ran a pit party, and the outside line was definitely dominant there.
Well, I hate to see that you're not racing, but I'm glad you came up here and joined me in the booth, man, because, you know, either way I'm here, but, man, it's tough being alone.
Oh, absolutely. I have experience. I'm ready to go.
All right, pace car's in. We're getting ready to get these guys green, and the green flag is out. That was a quick one. Get this thing lined up here. Seth Schultz off to a pretty good start. Just waiting for my ticker to catch up here. Todd Cray and William Morris side by side for second.
Todd did not get a good restart there.
Yeah, it looked like he had, I don't know, maybe he didn't catch it in time, but now they're going to look like they're almost going to go 3 wide.
Got Elliot Butler in the back of the wall.
That's not the way you want to start this night. Meanwhile, Seth Schultz got a pretty good run going on, and then you got the 76 Joshua Jones right behind Todd Cray with Brad Speidel on the inside. And these guys are threatening to go 3 wide. Oh, contact. Speidel going into the grass. Saves it. Wow, that was a close one right there.
That was a great save by 5 of Brad Speidel.
Yeah, they looked like those guys were threatening to go 3 wide quite a bit, man, and that kind of ended that right now. See the 21 of Todd Cray, 61 of William Morris was up there just a minute ago trying to pass Seth Schultz, and that opened the door for Todd Cray to get on the inside, and now they're battling it out for second. You think the inside or the outside is going to be where you want to be tonight?
You know what? In practice, I was running the inside a lot, but when we did that pit party on the outside, it was tough to pass anyone, and I think the outside's going to be pretty dominant here.
Well, right now, Todd Cray on the inside, able to get a good run. He did get past the 61 of Morris. They're kind of closed up now on Seth Schultz. And then here comes the 76 of Joshua Jones. Going to be interesting to see who comes out on the front here, man. Seth Schultz with a good run out. And there's a hungry pack of cars behind them too, man.
You know the 76 of Josh Jones is really hungry because he knows that he's got Josh Stewart behind him and he's got Seth in front of him, so he needs to get up there.
Yeah, he needs to lead himself some laps here, man, and clear, try to get himself some safety. And look, here comes the 22 of Stewart. He ain't going to let this go down easy. 3 wide behind them. Oh, and it's single files out. Wow, that's insane. So now we have the 21 of Todd Cray looking on the outside of the 61 of Morris. Morris down on the inside. Looks like he might get run over a little bit here because here comes the 76. Oh, 21's going around. Todd Cray up into the wall. Oh, and that's going to bring it out. No. Oh, here it goes. I was going to say, don't tell me the caution ain't coming out. Couple cars involved in that. We need to go back and take a look at that a little bit closer. We saw the contact, but we got to see how that kind of started here. All right, following the 21 right here behind Seth Schultz, up in the outside line. Looks like the 76 made a little bit of contact with him. He hits the wall and almost got it saved. 58 to 28 to 30. A couple other drivers involved in that. Man. Barris, Iwitsuru. Who was that? Adam Nowinski.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Barris. He was in the championship race there too.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, there's still some time. Maybe if he doesn't have too much damage, he can get that car repaired and get out, work his way back up to the front. I know we've seen that done before by him prior, so it just depends on how much damage he's suffered from there. The way it looks, it doesn't look too bad, but on this track, I think, you know, that arrow is really going to hurt him. So Schultz going to lead these guys down pit road. Let's see. We've had some troubles in the pits in the past. Let's see if these guys can keep it together here tonight and get a nice clean stop in and out. That's where a lot of guys lose, is on pit road, man. Anxious to get in and get out. Let me see if this no, this pit camera's no good. No. I forgot to set up my pit road camera, so kind of stuck in the angle I don't really like, but we'll watch the times here. And it looks like Schultz, maybe it's going to be between Stewart and Williams for second. Looks like Stewart may have that one. And Art Peck stays out. I wonder if Art Peck is going to stay out to try to lead a lap, or is he going to stay out?
I think he stayed out to lead a lap. I think he's trying to get that bonus point.
You know what I've noticed, even in the last race on Wednesday night, we've had guys that stay out to lead a lap, But unfortunately, it doesn't score them as the leader on that first lap, and they end up losing all that position for nothing. So right now, it's still showing Seth Schultz as the leader. So hopefully, yeah, he'll get scored now going by the line.
Yeah, there's no way Art planned on staying out because the tire fall off here is pretty substantial, and in a long run you're wearing those tires down into 20s and 30s.
Yeah, and like we've seen guys do it before, but it's tough, man. I mean, early on, if you're going to try something, 2 tires or something like that, this is the time to try it now. But it's so early in the race to stay out and not come in. He can still, if he's got a pretty decent car, he can still get himself, as long as he doesn't drive around backwards like he does when he qualifies. We always laugh. We laugh about him with his.
You never know with Art, he might.
I know Wingnut always gets a kick out of him, man, because he's always telling me, look, he's going backwards around the track, man. So we got some nice-looking cars out here tonight. And, man, I'll tell you what, there's a lot on the line.
You could tell, I mean, by that last caution. Normally, you probably wouldn't see that, but the 76 knew that when you got the fresh tires right away and early on in the race, you got to get what you can get right away. And I just think he misjudged that and took out Todd, because Josh is generally not a dirty driver or anything, and I guarantee he didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, it just looked like he maybe didn't expect him to check up as much as he did. It's only a little bit of a tap, but just enough to get him loose. So lights are out. They're going to go side by side here. Let me throw up the top 10 real quick. So you got Seth Schultz, Josh Stewart, William Morris, Justin Davidson, Chris Stouffer, Brad Speidel, David Camara, Ron Hollyfield, Art Peck, and Patrick DeSolner are your top 10. Seth Schultz electing to take the outside on the start, Joshua Stewart on the inside. And I believe, if I'm right, it was Stewart that came in the lead in the points.
I'm not sure who is leading. It's one of the Joshes is leading.
Yeah, Wingnut says it's the Joshua races. But, yeah, one of them is leading only by 3 points coming into tonight. So, for some reason, I want to say it's not Joshua Stewart, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check if we get another caution. So not too bad. We'll see. They got to go on green. Lights are out on the pace car. We're getting these guys ready to go back one more time here. This is the big race. This is the Clocks by Christopher Homestead Miami Championship race here at DieHard. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. And look like the front row got a really good start. Stewart staying right there side by side with Schultz. Stewart able to get ahead. We'll see if Schultz can get a run out. No, Stewart's going to go up to the lead. Morris right there. He's looking really fast tonight. Oh, Schultz with a little bit of nitrous in that one. See if they can do anything at the line here. And it looks like it's going to go to Stewart. But Stewart's going to take over the lead. And they are almost 3 wide behind them.
Just check the points. Stewart has a 3-point lead over Jones.
All right, so it was Stewart. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I knew it was one of the Joshuas. I just didn't know who. So he's up in the front now leading, man. It's going to be tough to take this championship away from him if he doesn't make any major mistakes. I just can't believe. Look at Morris. Morris is really fast tonight. Go back through the field a little bit here. It looks like the 7 of Ron Hollyfield in 9th. DeSolner and Speidel side by side for 7th. Tracking down Justin Davidson in that 20. And here goes Camara now to the inside of Stouffer. Wow, the 61 of Morris slides up behind Schultz. Looks like he had to back out of it. And that slows down the 8 of Stouffer. Stouffer did a good job not running over the back of him there. And somebody down slow on the track there. Who was that?
That was Art Peck. He was serving a penalty.
Wow. Wow, look at this. You have Stouffer. Who is that? Stouffer, Morris, and Davidson, man, get really tight there. Speidel down on the inside with them also. Meanwhile, Stewart's starting to put a little bit of a distance in front of Schultz. Speidel able to get a little jump there, but not able to clear the 61. Man, look at this hungry pack coming up behind these guys.
This is the time to get it while you got the tires, because it fades pretty quick.
Trying to take a look through the back of the field. I don't want to lose the leaders because I got a feeling we're going to see a fight for second and a fight for the lead pretty soon. But, man, there's a bunch of hungry guys back here trying to gain positions. Look at the 76 of Joshua Jones now in 14th behind the 16 of Elliott Butler, trying to work his way through. He's stuck behind him, and I believe that's the 96 of Josh Gallagher. And they fan out, every inch of the track being used. And meanwhile, Josh Stewart's still out front. Speidel now on the inside. Oh, almost went 3 wide here. Brad Speidel, Chris Stouffer, and David Camara. Camara almost took it 3 wide through the middle and kind of backed out of it at the last second. Oh, Speidel getting sideways a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I saw a little smoke coming off his tires. Looked like he was getting ready to lose it there. Yeah, that was pretty close. Wow, look at how close they are right here. It looked like the 20 made a little bit of a brush with the wall. And I believe that may have been not Aaron Corey, Josh Tellez. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, look at Joshua Stewart still out front. Seth Schultz not too far behind. He's slowly starting to reel him in a little bit. Schultz was just a little bit faster that last time by. Oh, look at Camara and Speidel and Stouffer. And here comes Speidel now. He's going to take a look on the inside. Even the 61 of William Morris is still fighting back. I'm curious to see what car track combinations they're going to be running for the next season. Hopefully it's a good season like this one was. This was definitely a great season here so far.
Yeah, I voted to stay in the Xfinity. I just think the racing's been great, and it's been a really close battle. And in some other times we've run the truck, and you get one guy that's pretty dominant in the truck or in the Cup car, and everyone's been pretty level here, and it's been great to race in.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good long green flag runs here too, man. That's really good. Just watching right now, we've been keeping our eye on Elliott Butler, Patrick DeSolner, Joshua Jones. Joshua Jones now up to 13th on the inside of DeSolner, trying to work his way back up towards the front. But these guys back here really fighting it out. Even if we go back a little bit further, too, you got who was that? Josh Gallagher in the 30 of Iwitsuru. Back up towards the front a little bit. 72 of Camara, the 8 of Stouffer, and the 5 of Speidel still going back and forth.
Yeah, that 8-5-72 battle's been great to watch.
Yeah, they've been going at it for quite a while. You see Speidel going back down low. Another lap, he'll be up high. You see the 72 wanting to take it 3 wide. And it looks like Speidel's going to take that spot right now. Stouffer's going to go behind him, and then Camara's going to fan in behind. And then we have, who's at the 43 of Aaron Corey now, taking a look underneath the 20 of Justin Davidson. And that's for 7th. So this guy's fighting for positions all through here, man. There's nobody's just driving around here waiting. Even back here in 18th and 17th, 18th, and 19th. Josh Gallagher, Cody Franklin, and Adam Matz going at it here. We're starting to single file out a little bit. So we're going to start feeling out these cars, getting the rubber down on the track, and guys are going to have to start plotting what they're going to do on their pit stops here, especially if we stay green. How many laps do you think you're going to get to a tank? Did you have a chance to check it out?
Yeah, you can get 59 to 60 on a tank, but it's not the fuel that you worry about. It's your right front gets really, really beat up here. On a 59-lap run, I was down to 14% on my right front.
That's crazy. Yeah, so even though you got the fuel, you're going to have to come in and get tires or something.
If I was in the race, which thank God I'm not because my heart couldn't take it, it would be right around, I'd be pitting right around 40 to 45 laps.
Wow, look at the 20 of Davidson, and I think that wasn't the 24. I think that was the 43, man. They almost made contact, a little bit of door painting going on. Camara now looking for 5th, and he's going to take that spot again from Stouffer. They've been going back and forth, man. Here's Stouffer again now, going to try and take a look on the inside. Meanwhile, Speidel got up to 3rd and moved past these guys. So he got away from that back and forth trading positions for the moment. And let's see, Schultz a little bit slower that time by, but he's still within striking distance. Got to be feeling the draft.
You think right now Seth's rethinking his outside line choice?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to do that again. And look at who is that. That's Morris and the 24 of Jose Tellez. The 24 is going to get by. The 20 is down low. We'll see if William Morris is going to sit behind him or try to go take a shot on the inside. He really can't get down there right now because he's got the 20 of Justin Davidson down there. That's going to let Tellez move a little bit further away. And he's going to try and catch up to this pack in front of them. Meanwhile, back here, Cody Franklin in the 13 on the inside. This is for 17, 18, and 19 right here. Go back up here to Morris and Davidson.
Just had a little bit of contact with the 16 and the 76.
Yeah, and Ron Hollyfield in that one also, and the 3 of Bruce Pearson slowly creeping into that picture. It looks like these guys are not afraid to take it 3 wide here. Woo! Seen him in the middle there. Josh Jones kind of got a little twitchy for a minute. And they are still 3 wide. 7's rolling up. Makes contact, squeezes him into the 16. Does he save it? Wow. Wow, the 7 slid up, caught the 76 in the door and pushed him up into the 16, man. Great save by Butler. Definitely not a happy camper right now, man. He's slowly moving backwards. You can see the 7 chasing that car up the hill, too, trying to get it back underneath him. But, man, that thing was just going. And you have DeSolner and Pearson now side by side for 10th. Looked like Pearson had to back out a little bit to keep from running over Ron Hollyfield. That's going to let DeSolner get a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, we're about to have a battle for the lead. The 31 is Seth Schultz on the bumper of Josh Stewart.
Yeah, he's not letting him get too far out of his sights here. Ooh, a little wiggle by Schultz. And, you know, Spidle's back there watching this whole thing. He'd love to see these guys get side by side, slow them down a little bit, and let him join that party up there.
Yeah, he's starting to make his way up there for sure. He's going to get there soon.
Yeah, he's running. He just ran almost an identical lap. Oh, caution is out. Camara? Oh, what happened with Camara? Have to go back and take a look here. See what happened here. Watching the 72, he's trying to look on the inside of Spidle in the number 5. Oh, the back end just starts going around. Oh, and it snaps to the outside wall. And then to the inside wall in the grass. Lots of damage. He ended up just towing that car. Oh, man, that is not the way he wanted to end this night tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that happened. I mean, in practice, I don't remember seeing any guys getting loose or anything like that. So it might be the track might have changed from practice a lot.
Yeah, I think the track changing, a lot more rubber look going down because it's definitely looking a lot darker. My screen here, and maybe with some of the fuel that's burned out because it just got away on him, and he went to correct it, and you can see it slammed into the outside wall. So we'll see Seth Schultz bringing these guys down. Josh Stewart bringing these guys down pit road. Let's see if these guys get a good stop.
22 had to back up a little bit. That might hurt him.
Yeah, he's going to lose a little bit of position on that. Go back up by Schultz. It looks like Schultz going to win the race off. It's going to be between Spidle and Stewart. See who iRace gives it to. Looks like iRace is going to give it to Stewart. And then 43, Aaron Corey. I was going to say before that caution came out, he was all the way up in 4th. He just comes out in 5th. He's having himself a decent run here tonight too, man, for this final race.
Yeah, he started in 22nd. He's moving up.
Yeah, he's definitely going in the right direction. Hope he can avoid trouble and keep it together here tonight. Get himself a good finish. Take a quick look here at the summary. We've had only 3 lead changes so far. We're on the caution number 2. We have 98 laps remaining here. This is the final championship race here. This is the DieHard Racing League's American Hero Hunt Xfinity Series. And tonight's race is brought to you by Clocks by Christopher. Here at Homestead, Miami. Going to be 133 laps here, and we've seen some good racing here so far. Seth Schultz did start on the pole. Seth Schultz is back in the lead right now. Joshua Stewart was able to get up front and grab the lead for a little bit also. And they're really close in points. Throw the points up.
Yeah, I believe looking at it before, Seth was 10 out.
Yeah, Seth was 10 out. Joshua Jones was only 3 out. And then 19 out was Robert Barris. And then 37 out was Todd Cray. And then I think from there on, it's, I'm not great in figuring out the mathematics on this, but I think mathematically they don't really have a chance for the championship. I think it's going to be between like the top 4, top 5 in points.
Yeah, I think Robert was doing the math before, and he said Seth needed to wreck out, Josh needed to wreck out, and both Josh needed to wreck out on lap 1. He needed to lead every lap and then win the race to get the championship.
Well, the way it looks so far, I don't see them wrecking out anytime soon. And you see who's getting the wave around, the 61, William Morris. He was up there fighting with these guys, so going to put him back on the lead lap. At the tail end of the lead lap, so that's good. Maybe he can work his way back up towards the front here.
Yeah, he had an abnormal pit sequence. He pitted on like lap 29 or 30 or something like that.
I don't really think anybody was anticipating that caution to come out. It seemed like it was going to be green flag pit stops. So this kind of changes things a little bit now.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that caution came out. I wanted to see them try getting down that access road.
Yeah, that's a tough spot, man. Especially when you're trying to hurry up because you want to get in and get out. So you got the pressure of that. And we've seen so many guys slide through their pit stalls and backing up and losing time and getting frustrated.
And I know from experience, every one of these guys is running anywhere from 50 to 53 brake bias right now.
So you pretty much sneeze on the brake and you're done?
Yep, see you later.
All right, we're getting ready to fire them up again. The pace car is in. Wait, the green flag is out, and that's a quick green flag. Let's see. Seth Schultz now on the inside, and he did get a little bit better of a start there that time. Josh Stewart, not too bad on the start. Speidel on the inside now, going to try and fight him for second. And, man, they get close. Look at that. Looks like they might make it a little bit. Yeah, they made some contact. And Speidel now on the inside. Oh, and it looks like some damage, too. And he is backwards.
That really is a tough break for Brad because he was really fast here.
Let me back that up real quick while they're green. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, I think that's a little bit early to try to race that hard for second place because it just cost them a ton. And he is going into the pits. See if he's going to park it or get some repairs done to that car. Meanwhile, Stewart in second. Stouffer almost on the outside in that number 8. 43 of Adam Corey down on the bottom. And it looks like, who is that, the 24, Tellez, was thinking about going 3 wide, is going to move to the outside line. Yeah, kind of a tough break right there for Speidel, man. He had to go into pits now and get some repairs done to that car. I know you want to get the positions you want to get, man, but that's tough, that hurt him more, I believe. Go back a little bit in the field here. We have Bruce Pearson racing with Rusty Farrell in at number 25. And right in front of them is Ron Hollyfield and the 20 of Justin Davidson. And then right in front of them, I believe that's Tellez and Corey. And there, look at Aaron Corey get right up to the back bumper of Stouffer. And right now, Seth Schultz is running as hard and as fast as he can to try to keep Joshua Stewart behind him.
Yeah, he's even breaking the draft down the back straightaway.
The only thing is, I know just from watching Stewart, even Schultz too, but Stewart is another driver that can take a long run and make it work for him. Meanwhile, Tellez now was looking on the inside of Stouffer. He's going to settle in real quick. We'll take a look through the field, see what we got going on back here. We got a pile of cars from Adam Matz and Joshua Jones on back. They are still side by side trying to work out their differences. '59 of Adam Matz on the inside is going to slide up, and he does keep it off of the 76. That was really close. Just go back a little bit further here. DeSolner almost stuck in the middle of a 3-wide situation. And then a little bit further back, who's that? Adam Nowinski, William Morris, and the 13 of Cody Franklin, and that's for 16 through 18. And who's that? The 93 DeSolner on the inside of Adam Matz. That's for 12. Now let's go back up towards the front. Let's take a ride around inside the number 3 car. Third place car. Caution is out.
93's around. 93's around.
Oh. Let's go back and see what happened. Wow, I saw somebody flying through the air. Watching the 93 of DeSoner here. And then the 30. Oh, the 30 makes contact with him. Oh, Butler gets caught into that. And then the 13 of Matt's. I swore I saw somebody flying up in the air, though. Let me back up one more time.
The 13 of Cody Franklin did go for a little bit of a ride there.
Did he? All right. Because I was going to say, I thought I saw somebody flying up in the air, man. We're watching the 13 right now. The 13 of them, they're 3 wide. Oh, yeah. He did get lifted up into the side there and then get pounded. Man, it's going to take out a couple more cars here tonight. Meanwhile, everybody's coming down pit road. 4 tires and fuel. I gotta say, I can't imagine anybody taking 2 tires.
Honestly, this is probably the best time to try taking 2. You only have, what was it, 6, 7 laps on the tires. This is the time you'd want to take 2.
See Schultz right side, left side going up. He's going to be taking 4. And it looks like Tellez is going to beat everybody off pit road. Tellez with a 10-second stop, so he may have taken some right sides only. Looks like most of the other guys had a 14, 15, 16-second stop, so I'm kind of curious to see. Looks like Tellez may have been the only one to try right sides on this stop, man. I wonder how that's going to work out for him. Adam Matz, though, is out being scored your leader, and he is going to take it down pit road, so he is hitting the access. So he'll be coming down and getting himself some tires. But we're going to watch the 24 Tellez now out in the front.
I think that's a great call. It's so hard to pass here, and if you can get that clean air out front, I think he might be able to do some stuff here.
And he looked like he had a really good car. I mean, he was up there battling for a little bit, and slowly moving forward. So we'll have to see if he can get the jump here and stay in front of Schultz and Stewart, because those guys are pretty quick.
That might actually work out really good for Josh Stewart, because that'll put Seth on the outside. He might be able to get underneath of him and get the spot from Seth.
Yeah, and that's not what Seth wants. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a nail-biter down to the end, man. They're so close in points coming in. Even Schultz, I mean, he really wasn't that far behind. And right now he is sitting second. Stewart is third. And where is the 76? Trying to find him through the field here. He's back in 14th. Take a quick look at the top 10. We still got plenty racing to go on here. This is the championship race. Lights are on the pace car. They should go off this time by. We should start lining them up. And it looks like, by the way they're just pacing, I think the 24 is going to take the outside. We have 18 cars on the lead lap. Elliott Butler is your last car on the lead lap. Nope, I'm sorry. Adam Matz now back on the lead lap. And we have a couple cars that are a lap down. Looks like 4 guys may be behind the wall. 5 guys may be behind the wall. And let's see, the 93 of the Sonar, he's still inside getting repairs done. All right, lights are out. We're getting ready to go back. We'll be coming to lap 51 this time by. Been pretty good so far, man. A lot of racing all the way through. Guys are really fighting hard. They want to take this championship. Let's see what the 24 of Tellez can do here on the start. Waiting on the green flag. Green flag is out. Schultz got a really good start. Yeah, I think Schultz is going to clear him. And let's see, at the 22 of Stewart. Side by side with the 24. Yeah, Schultz, I think, just from starting up in the front so much tonight, I think he had a better timing on it.
It's possible, but I think the 24 may have had a little wheel spin.
Yeah, and he's about to get eaten up right now by the 8 of Stouffer. Stouffer behind him trying to push him forward. Yeah, he's still side by side with Stewart for second, but looks like Stewart might get a little bit of an advantage coming out. So that's going to run Stewart up to second, set Schultz back up to first. Tellez in third, but Stouffer going on the inside now to take a look. Might take a few laps for the 24's tires to come to him. And behind them, we are 3 wide. Where'd they go? Pearson, I believe that's Farrell, and Morris. Wow, that was close. Stouffer going to try to squeeze it up in front of the 24. The 24 now going to try to poke it down on the inside. And here comes the 43 of Aaron Corey. He's been strong here tonight too. And Stouffer is able to hold on to third. You see the 43 of Aaron Corey now trying to get side by side with Tellez. Hey, what's going on, Sam? Yeah, and they are still side. Oh, the 24 is getting a little bit slippery. Yeah, great save. I don't know if you saw that, but he started to get that car to swing around on him. I think that's not what he was looking for.
Yeah, it almost seems like those tires haven't neutralized out.
He did a good save, keeping it going in the right direction. That could have been bad. So look at Aaron Corey slowly closing in on Chris Stouffer. And then go back here to the 61 of Morris, and he is under fire by Josh Gallagher, Bruce Pearson in the number 3. Right behind them, Joshua Jones in 12th, trying to work his way back up to the front. I believe he started 14th on this start. I'm not sure if it was this start or last start, but got a couple spots. Never knew Utsuru in at number 30, back in 13th. Elliott Butler and Adam Nowinski 14th and 15th. Frederick Hofstetter in at number 12. We saw him get a little piece of that last caution, but still doing pretty good sitting here in 16th. Go back up here to the front. And these guys, Corey is now side by side with Justin Davidson. And looks like Aaron Corey's going to take that spot. Davidson going to tuck in behind him for a little bit, maybe try to reset him up again. Meanwhile, look who your leader is. That's Schultz. He is trying to get as many points and some distance away from the 22 of Stewart. And is Morris, Rusty Farrell, side by side. Man, I thought they were going to go 3 wide. They still may.
I was going to say, it's still early. They got plenty of time.
And here goes Morris to the inside. Quick 3 wide. They are going to go by. That's going to let Tellez get the advantage on that one. Tellez slowly moving backwards. He's back in 7th right now. So those tires aren't really helping him out too much just yet. Hofstetter in at number 12, trying to take a look inside the 28 of Adam Nowinski. And there's the 16 of Elliott Butler right in front of them. Yeah, 12 not going to be able to do it, and he may end up losing that spot now to Adam Matz. I think you can't hang out too long. I think once you set up for that pass, man, you got to go for that pass. If you can't get that pass, tuck it back in and try and set him up again, because I think the tires just don't like it. Meanwhile, let's go back up here up front. And Seth Schultz about 4/10 over Joshua Stewart. Christopher back here in third. Aaron Corey back here in fourth. And then Justin Davidson in fifth. Josh Gallagher now side by side with Joshua Jones. Man, there's a lot of Josh and Joshua's in here. I wonder if Wingnut went to Hungry Jack's and that's why he's late. He's going to like that one.
He's having a good time somewhere.
Yeah, I know. He's on a total different time zone than us too, man. You know, and it's tough. I don't even know how he does it. And he streams for himself sometimes 5 or 6 hours. So I don't know how the guy does it. But he shows up regularly, man. And he's always enthusiastic and ready to go. So maybe he went to Hungry Jack's, ate him some food, and took a nap. He'll be waking up, throwing his clock across the room. And these guys are still side by side. William Mars and Tellez, man, they are not giving up. Looks like Mars may get a little bit more of an advantage. He does slide it up in front. And we're going to see the crossover now one more time again. I just don't know if Teller's going to have any. Yeah, no, there he goes. He's got a little bit of grip there. No, going to have to slide it in behind him. Oh, and he's up into the wall. Yeah, those tires do not like that inside line, man.
Yeah, I've been watching him for a while, and he's even loose in the high line. So, obviously, 2 tires, not the way to go.
That might be good if we got like a quick, 6-lap shootout or something and you want to get some position because then it's pretty much take home the wheel or the trophy. But still, that's a terrible feeling, man, when you don't have a line that you can run comfortably. He's doing a pretty good job right now holding off the 25 of Farrell. Farrell is trying to find a way to get by, and he's starting to feel a little bit pressured by Gallagher and Joshua Jones. Seth Schultz still out front by 6/10 now, so he's opening up that lead a little bit more over Josh Stewart. Stouffer still in third, Aaron Corey in fourth, and Davidson in fifth. We're just watching what's going back here between 8th, 9th, 10th, and now 11th, I believe. Trying to see if these guys can work it out. Let's jump inside with Joshua Jones real quick. Tried to get in with somebody before, and then the caution came out. So let's jump in with a couple different cars here. You see him get a really good run, start to close in a little bit on Gallagher. Gallagher able to get up in front of him now. We'll see if he's going to try and take it down on the inside. Yes, he will. Let's jump in with Gallagher now. Go away. I wasn't calling you. Hey, you heard me talking, right?
Absolutely.
Now, did you hear me say anything that sounded like Siri?
No, I know what that's like. I have an Alexa as well, and it does that sometimes.
Oh.
The TV will just play something, and then all of a sudden, here comes the Alexa app just popping up. Like, what? I didn't say anything to you.
And I'm like, I wasn't even close to saying anything to it, and I hear beep beep, and I'm like, but meanwhile, you can ask my kids, when I do ask it to do something for me, it don't do anything, and I'm like, you serious? Oh my goodness. I use it to, you know, keep an eye on Facebook, you know, in case there's any chatter going on. This way I don't have to have so many things open up on all these screens I got, because it gets hot in this room, man. And every so often I'll say something and it'll beep like I'm talking to it. And I'm like, wow, man, for real? Anyway, that's my little rant for tonight. Sorry y'all have to hear it, but, you know, I got to say it. So Iwasuru now in that number 30 in 12th, and he is on the inside of, who is that? Is that Gallagher? Yeah. And here I'm sorry, Joshua Jones on the inside of Gallagher. Iwasuru slowly closing in on them. Oh, it looked like he was going to try and squeeze it 3 wide there, and that hole closed up really fast.
Just for Wing Night, the Joshes are battling.
Oh, he'll be dying. We were at one point where I just said, we'll just call car numbers instead of names because it was so confusing. And then we had a couple of guys out there with almost a similar paint scheme, same colors, man. And it was even more confusing. Oh, 30 into the 96. And the 30 around, the 28 gets a piece of that. Oh, man, that's not going to be good. Luckily, the 28 doesn't suffer too much damage, but man, he just can't catch a break, can he? Let's take a ride from inside.
I'll tell you who caught a break, Art Peck. He was 2 laps down, and now he's back on the lead lap. He'll be a lucky dog.
Wow. We're inside right now with the 28. You see it going on in front of him? Nowhere to go, man. Pounds the 30. Oh, dude, that's oh. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
You could tell the 30 had low brake bias there, because once he hit the car, he backed off and hit the brakes, and as soon as he did, the back end just went right around.
Man, that's pretty rough. So Seth Schultz going to bring these guys back down pit road. We're slowly closing in here, man. We're at lap 72. Seth Schultz been doing a pretty good job out here in the front. He's got 43 laps led so far, which is pretty decent. Joshua Stewart been able to stay behind him. He did manage to get a little bit of a gap in between them. This caution is going to bring him back down. We'll see what these guys do on pit road. Who's going to be the big winner here or not. Very tight points battle coming into tonight's championship race. I'll put those back up in a minute. Let's see. Oh, the 61 having to back up a little bit. Not sure if Stewart, he looked like he came in pretty hot. And Barris gets out first. Stewart, then Schultz, Stouffer, Corey, and then I believe Davidson. Now, Barris, let's see. Barris doesn't look like he stopped in his pit stall.
He did a drive-through so he could get a lap lead and get that 1 bonus point.
I'll tell you what, man. I seen some crazy pit strategies before, man, and some of these guys do some stuff that I would never think of. And, you know, when you see that it works for them, you know, I try to remember that later on when I'm in a race and run it. But I'm just awful at pit strategy, man. I can't do it. I need myself a good spotter.
You know what I do in this league? Usually I watch what Robert does, because Robert is super smart when it comes to pit strategy, and then I just follow whatever he does.
Yeah, we have a couple of guys in the league that I run in, and I watch them when they go in, because I know I always say to myself, why would they be going in now? But then when you look at the end of the race, they're up in the front or winning, and I'm like, okay. So I started, you know, trying to follow them, but it's tough, man. And then when I was sitting there trying to figure out how much fuel do I need left, you know, to get to the end, dude, trying to do it alone and everything else, it's like, man, I always come up a lap or two short. But we got some good racing going on here so far tonight, man. We've had 8 lead changes. 73 laps complete. We got 60 laps to go. We've only had 4 cautions here. We got 80 degrees in the air, 90 degrees now on the track. So the track did warm up. When we started, it was at 81. This is the Clocks by Christopher Homestead Miami Championship race here at DieHard Racing League. And it's been pretty good here so far, man. We've had 9 good races. A lot of green flag pit stop, green flag racing. I promise you I can't talk. Barris is going to come in. He did get scored the leader, so he's got that bonus point. Joshua Stewart going to be in charge of this start. A little bit different than the last start. We'll see if he's going to take the inside or the outside here. I don't know if I'd be too comfortable with taking the inside, but so far it looks like he is going to line up on the inside.
Yeah, I think Joshua Stewart realized when Seth took the outside that time that, you know, the inside's the way to go on the start.
One thing I'll say is I got a feeling that Schultz is going to be try and time this right and be very aggressive to try to get in front of Stewart. I think whoever gets out front is going to have the advantage for a while.
Yeah, I know Seth's going to do his hardest to get back up in front because he needs that bonus point for the most laps led. And that's going to be huge, especially with Josh having some issues tonight. Jones back there.
Yeah, where Joshua Jones, where's he at right now? He's sitting back in 9th, so not too bad. He got a couple spots up from that last restart because I believe he did start 14th, so he's restarting 9th as the pace car pulls in. Green flag is out. And it looks like they got a pretty even start. Jones with a little bit of advantage, but not by much. As they go ripping through the gears, looks like Stewart, I said Jones, Stewart got the advantage. Schultz going to move it in a second. Stouffer right now going to be side by side with Corey for 3rd. And then look at William Morris back up to 6th. We seen him taking the wave around a little bit earlier. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide here? No, Davidson backs out of it just a little bit. I thought he was going to take that 3 wide, man. 24 Tellez down there. They're going to go 3 wide. And he's going to slowly back out of that one. Smart move right there, man. Still plenty time. Aaron Corey on the outside of Stover. Looks like Corey may have a little bit of an advantage in that outside line, as well as a 61 of Morris on the outside line. Even the 24 Tella is right behind the 61 trying to follow him through that open door. But look at the 8 of Stouffer fighting back, man, on the inside. He's got to hurry up and do something. I think if he stays down there too long, it's going to hurt him.
Yeah, he's just beating up his tires trying to race him there. I just give it out, give up the spot, and then just go back and fight him another way.
Stay behind him, put a little bit of pressure on him, make him drive that mirror, you know, hopefully miss his marks a little bit. That inside line, especially trying to pass like that, is not good. You know you're pretty much in the throttle. I'm surprised. Look at Morris, man, up to 5th, and I believe it was him that we saw take a wave around a couple starts ago. So he's definitely got a fast car here tonight. Definitely feeling pretty comfortable in this track to be able to get back up to 5th, and looks like he's doing pretty good. Got some pretty decent times being shown up on the board right now. Hollyfield being pushed by Rusty Farrell. And then right behind them, Joshua Jones leading this hungry pack. And the 59 of Adam Matz started to try to take a look on the inside of Jones and ends up sliding back now to Gallagher. So we got Joshua Jones and Josh Gallagher. Josh Jones going to slide in behind. And the 16 of Elliott Butler is going to get right up to his back bumper. I think he might be trying to push him forward here. Butler to the inside now. Butler having a pretty good recovery here. He got himself up to 12th. He's fighting right now for a position. Meanwhile, let's go back up front with Joshua Stewart, 32 laps led. He's got himself a pretty good jump right now over Schultz. And Schultz starting to feel a little bit of pressure by Aaron Corey. You see Aaron Corey poking his nose down there on the inside every so often.
It's pretty impressive. Aaron Corey started 22nd, didn't qualify, and is all the way up to 3rd.
Yeah, he's definitely having himself a great run here tonight. Good to see, because a lot of these drivers, you know, we seen guys throughout the season in the wrong place at the wrong time come out with a good car, but just not able to put it all together for one reason or another. So it's good to see him right now up here doing a real good job, man, in 3rd. We got a 4-car battle up here in the front, and it looks like Morris and maybe Davidson and possibly Tellez are going to join that group. This will be good if we can stay green and fight this down to the checkered flag. That would be a great way to end the season. Yeah, Morris slowly closing in on this this bunch. So we'll have, what was that, 7 cars. 1 through 7. Oh, and the 43 taking another look on the inside of Schultz. I don't think Schultz liked that too much. I thought I saw a little kind of jump from him, you know.
There may or may have not been a slight gesture out the window from Seth.
Yeah. Like, dude, I'm running for the championship. What are you doing here, man? Move. But while they fight side by side, that is going to let Stewart get a little bit more space in between them, but that is also going to back them up to that crowd behind them that Morris is running. And look at them, man. They are all over the place back here. I'll tell you what, Corey, for poking his nose down on the inside, his car's holding up pretty good. I just don't know if I would be poking my nose down there so much.
Yeah, he's got to be putting a lot of pressure on that right front, and probably 20 laps, you might not see him in 3rd spot.
Yeah. Glad I brought myself a drink because I'm going to need one in a minute. Go back here to 8th place, the number 7, Ron Haleyfield. Joshua Jones back in 9th. Rusty Farrell in 10th. Josh Gallagher in 11th. And back up front, we still have the pretty much the same 7 guys all in a line, chasing down Joshua Stewart, who is out front, clicking off those laps. Schultz got a little bit of breathing room. He's going to try and close in a little bit more on Stewart. See what they got going across the line this time. Schultz was a little bit faster. He had a 32.8. Stewart had a 32.9.
Love watching these guys go into 1 and 2. There's 7 cars up there, and they're running 7 different lines.
Yeah, that's what's good about this. They can run in so many different spots, man. Look at Stewart up high. You got Schultz down in the middle, and then who is that? Corey a little bit higher up, and then from Stouffer on back, they look like they all just kind of stayed in line. Corey is not giving up. Oh, I had to get a drink, man. Yeah, Corey's not giving up. He's holding on to third place pretty good, man. Surprised with all that inside passing that he was trying to do, that he still got a car that's able to run that good. I was just looking at the 61 of Morris, and looked like he was going to try and take a look on the inside. And they got a pretty wide gap back to Ron Holyfield, who just got passed by Joshua Jones. Holyfield's going to try and take a look on the inside again and take that spot back. He does have it temporarily. I think Joshua Jones is going to try take another look here on the inside maybe. No, it looks like he's going to hang out back there. I see, who is that? Adam Matz and Rusty Farrell now side by side for 11th. Bruce Pearson's still back there battling it out, man, trying to move forward. Elliott Butler up to 14th in that number 16. Go back up front. Schultz taking a look. Schultz down on the inside, trying to take that lead back. Oh, Schultz with a little bit of a wiggle, going to hurt him. The door is closed. He can't get back in line. Aaron Corey right there, not able to get back up in line, so Schultz going to have to ride it out down there.
Yeah, that move might really hurt him. That might cost him second for sure.
Yeah, by the way it looks, if he can't get back up there behind Corey, man, them tires are not going to be happy. And you know who's loving this? The number 8 and the number 61, the number 20 and the number 24. And he's going to squeeze it back in front of Stouffer. That's going to cost him second place. But good attempt by him, man. He almost had it. If he didn't have that wiggle, he might have had a good drag race with him down the backstretch. But that wiggle really messed him up, kind of trapped him down there. And with Corey closing the door on him, man, forget about it.
Well, Seth knows he's 10 points back in the championship, and he's got to get ahead of Stewart. That's his only chance.
We'll see now if Corey has anything left in there to try to do something with Stewart, because he is right there at him. Wow, look at Schultz when he comes off that turn, man. That car just wants to get like all kinds of sideways. And yeah, it looked like Corey was taking a look on the outside, and I don't know. He's got a good run going. See if he can keep that momentum up on the outside. He's got him by a little bit. We'll see if he's able to clear him here coming out of 4 and through the line. Yeah, it looked like Stewart was a little bit better, but it looks like Corey's going to be your new leader. They're going to score him the leader at the line. So now Stewart stuck down on that inside line, and Schultz quickly closes the door, not going to let him slide back up. So we could see Stewart move back to 3rd or 4th at one point. Because you know those tires are getting hot down there now.
You got to think, too, that Stewart is probably looking back and seeing Joshua Jones way back there, and you know what? It's not worth fighting and possibly getting wrecked and definitely losing the championship.
Yeah, that'd be a really good move on his part. And he's going to tuck it in behind Schultz. He does get an opening. So that's going to move Stewart back to 3rd. Aaron Corey up front, your leader. Seth Schultz 2nd. I don't think Stewart's done yet, though. Take a look. It looked like he was going to try and take second place away from Schultz. He still may try something on him. I think if I was Stewart, I think I would chill out back there a little bit. Not really let him get too far. And try and save what I got, man. Let him go up there and fight with Corey and just blow past both of them. It's hard when you're in the car to think that way. It's a lot easier to call the shots back here, you know?
Oh, absolutely. You're just watching it. You can armchair quarterback real easy, but down there you're a nervous wreck.
You're like, man, all you can think of is getting in front of this one, getting in front of that one. It's really hard to think logically and say, hey, you know what? Let them go fight it out, man. Yeah, Corey up here leading some laps, 4 laps led, maybe 5 this time by. Said Schultz not too far behind him. Schultz running a little bit higher line through the turn. Corey does slide it up. And look,
out of 4 there, Seth got loose.
We've been seeing that a lot from him. We see that in a lot of races that he's in. I think he pushes that car so hard, man. Meanwhile, Stewart, Stouffer, and Morris starting to get a little bit close with each other back here. Stewart's got himself in a position I don't think he really wants to be in at this moment. The 8 of Stouffer was all over the back of him, and you know, kind of scary, man. He needs to finish this race. Meanwhile, Morris on the inside of Stouffer. We'll see who's going to come out here. I love that sound when they go flying by like that. And Schultz, man, once again, Joshua Stewart started to poke his nose down on the inside of Schultz. And side by side, Stouffer and Morris still going at it for 4th place. Oh, man, who was that? That was Tellez. Tellez taking a wild ride through the grass. Good job saving it, man. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he got a little bit, the back end started to come out. He chased it, did save it, didn't check it up into the wall, took a ride through the grass. Got to collect himself back up and get back out there. Lost a couple spots back to 7th, but still going in the right direction. See a lot of guys coming out of 2 and a lot of guys coming out of 4, and the back end of the car really starting to get just a little bit, looks like it's becoming a big handful. Meanwhile, Schultz up in 2nd, Stewart in 3rd, Stouffer back in 4th, Morris in 5th. Trying to take 4th. Wow, and he, I don't know, he looked like he got a little bit upset there. Go back to 6th to Davidson, Tellez in 7th, Ron Hollyfield now in 8th. Joshua Jones in 9th, and Adam Matz rounding out your top 10. Just waiting to see if they should be good. I mean, we have 27 laps to go. Tires probably aren't feeling that good, but fuel-wise, they should be fine to make it to the end. And we have a challenge for the lead here. It's that Schultz poking on the inside, see if he can keep that car stable out of the turn. Wow, you see that? Man, it just wants to go around on him. He does a good job, though, wheeling it. Meanwhile, Aaron Corey fighting back on the outside. If Schultz does that too long, Stewart is going to close the door on him, and he's going to lose that spot to Stewart.
Yeah, Seth's really going to need to set Aaron Corey up very well if he's going to make the pass.
If you look at Seth, even there on the outside, his car is getting wild. I think Stewart's seeing that. Let's jump in with Stewart real quick. See what he's seeing from his windshield. It's watching the back of the 31. He's a little bit better that time. So we're running a little bit higher line than Schultz. Yeah, see, Schultz gets that little wiggle right there, man. Let's jump in with Schultz here for this lap. Let's actually go in the cockpit and see. Wow, you see him working that wheel, man. He was cranking that sucker to the right. We're winding these laps down, man. We coming to 22 to go this time by. Aaron Corey's still out front. Seth Schultz in second. Your leader that came in, Joshua Stewart, in third. And they've kind of separated away. It's these three right here now going to be racing for the win if we stay green. Let's go back a little bit. Let me see. I thought I saw something going on back here. Yeah, Tellez and Hollyfield for seventh. Probably your closest battle right now. They are all just about side by side. Tellez will have it at the line. Let's go back up to the front. Wow, Seth Schultz keeps trying. He's a couple lanes down lower than what Aaron Corey was running there. But, man, he got to squeeze it back up in before Stewart can get in there and close the door on him. Once he loses that outside to Stewart, oh, look again. Man, if Stewart gets that line, I think Seth Schultz is going to have a hard time getting back past him if a caution does not come out. Schultz again taking a look down low. I'll tell you what, this is definitely a great way to end this season here tonight, man. This championship race. We just saw right there Aaron Corey get a little bit loose, Schultz get a little bit loose, and then Stewart have to do something to avoid.
It was like synchronized tail whipping.
Follow the leader right here, man. I tell you, man, it's good to see Aaron Corey up here leading some laps here tonight and showing a really fast car. We usually see Seth Schultz up towards the front, Joshua Stewart up towards the front. A lot of, regular names. It's good to see Aaron Corey up here, man. He's really giving these guys a run for their money right now.
Could be every driver always has like that one or two track you see on the schedule, you look forward to, this is where I run the best, and this could be his track.
Yeah, it's got to be. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Because you saw him earlier on down on the inside a bunch of times trying to make a pass, and I really thought that was going to send him backwards. So to see him out front and actually leading and holding these guys off, and we know how fast they are, man, he's definitely got to like what he feels on this track.
And he worked his way up from 22nd.
That's crazy. He'll be the big mover here, man. Hopefully he can keep it together. We can stay green. We're coming to 16 laps to go when they cross the line. These guys are definitely not taking it easy right here, first, second, and third. Seth Schultz doing everything he can to stay in front of Stewart and would love to get in front of Corey and grab the win. But every time we see him go take a look on the inside, he has to get back up in line before he lets Stewart get in front of him. Because once Stewart gets in front of him, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Seth is racing for Josh so much right now. I think he's trying to race and beat Joshua Jones to get that second spot away from him.
And Jones right now is still sitting in ninth. There's quite a few positions between them, 7 spots, so a couple points there. Schultz will get that bonus point for the pole. That'll give him another point. He'll get some bonus. I believe you get a bonus point for leading a lap. I don't know if he's going to have the most laps led, though. And here he goes, trying to take another look. Wow, that was really close. It's like, who is going to make a mistake first? That's basically what it's going to come down to. Because right now it looks like these three are pretty even.
Well, with that outside line being so dominant off the corners, it is really tough to get any kind of run on them.
And as long as Corey doesn't open up that outside line and let Schultz get up there, he'll keep him behind him. Schultz really doing a good job, though, staying in front of Stewart. And look at 3 different lines right there. Man, Schultz trying so hard on that inside. And you see Stewart gets right there. Coming into the turn, he can get right up to Schultz. Oh, Schultz. Oh, wow. I thought he was going around that time, man. He's like slinging that car. Maybe he's used to driving on ice or something.
Well, he is from Wisconsin, so that will do it.
Because he had that thing. I thought it was going around, man. From the angle I'm looking at, it looked like it was going around. They are so close lap after lap, man. Who is going to make a mistake? Who's going to miss their marks? Or is a caution going to come out and change everything? 11 laps to go. We're going to find out. Gallagher and Art Peck for 11th. And it looks like Art Peck going to take that spot. Back a little bit further is Robert Barris. And I believe that's Rusty Farrell. Farrell just got by him for 14th. And Barris taking a look again on the inside.
All Seth's got to run.
And Seth's got a run on the outside. Oh, Corey has to come in.
Oh, you got to wonder if he didn't take enough fuel on that last pit stop.
Oh, man, that's tough for Corey. He had a great car going there, too. 9 laps to go. Seth Schultz now your leader out front. Joshua Stewart in second. Man, I can't believe Aaron Corey had to go into the pits and give that away. Oh, he's got to be crying right now. He had a good run. He had a great running car right there, too, man. Showing he had some speed here tonight, too. So I wonder if Schultz is like I am. I do better following somebody than I do leading. Some reason when I'm following somebody, I'm able to run a lot harder. But when I'm being chased, I can't run as hard as I would. And I wonder if that's going to be the case here now, because Stewart is all over the back of that 31. And you see Stewart poking his nose down there, man. He wants to take that lead back. 7 to go this time by.
Let's hope both these guys don't run out of fuel either.
Yeah, that would be kind of rough. You got William Morris in third, Justin Davidson in fourth, Chris Stouffer in fifth, Tellez in sixth, Hollyfield seventh, Joshua Jones in eighth, Adam Matz in ninth, and Art Peck rounding out your top 10. Back to the front. Wow. Schultz, you can see his hands in the windshield, man. He is all over that car.
So I just turned on my radio communications, and through the admin channel, I heard Seth say he's really close on fuel.
And he can't save because he's under pressure right now. If he's going to save, he may as well just pull over and let Stewart go by. And, you know, I know he wants to win, so he's got to stay in it. Wow, look at them. They are right on top of each other here. 5 laps left. Is Schultz going to be able to hang on? Stewart now to the outside. Schultz going to be able to close the door? No. They're going to race it down. And Stewart's got the outside, so he may get the advantage here. We'll have to see if Schultz has anything that he can fight back with if Stewart takes this spot from him. At the line, Stewart's going to get scored, your leader. Schultz going to have to tuck it in behind him with 4 laps to go. I mean, he's going to have to try and get some, get right up to his bumper and set him up for a last lap pass. See if we got something coming out of turn 4, coming to the checkers. You definitely have to give it to Schultz, man. He put on a good race here tonight. Started on the pole, led a ton of laps, and still fighting here for that win.
I think he gave it up just to try to save a little bit so he could finish the race.
That's a terrible feeling. Stewart will have 50 laps led this time by, and we'll have 2 laps left of the championship race here. 2 laps left. Joshua Stewart out front, 50 laps led. Seth Schultz in the 31, hanging in second. This is the final race. This is the Clocks by Christopher Homestead Miami Championship race here at DieHard Racing League. This is the season ender. There will be a champion here tonight. And Stewart, he started to make a little bit of headway there. 28. Schultz trying to take a little bit of draft from the 28. Couple more turns. Joshua Stewart so far right now up front. We'll see if Schultz has anything for a last turn pass. You know he's going to try. And I don't think he's going to have anything for him. Stewart's going to have to make a big mistake here. Whoa, and Stewart slides. But he does get the win. Oh, I thought Stewart was going to end up going around and sliding through there backwards. Man, Stewart does get the win. Seth Schultz will take second, and William Morris third. That was crazy. Joshua Stewart, with 52 laps led, will be your winner here tonight.
Seth came over the radio, coming right out of Ford, said it ran out of fuel.
Oh, man. That was close. We know Joshua Stewart's got to be happy. He started 11th, and he got all the way up here to take the win. We'll just have to wait and see what the official points are. Who's going to come out here up on top. Hopefully they'll be able to work that out before we're off the air here tonight. But, man, what a great race here. We had 14 lead changes, 133 laps. Joshua Stewart comes out your winner. He started 11th, got 52 laps led, and takes home the checkered flag. We'll see who's going to be the champion here. We'll try and get some interviews in real quick while they hopefully work out the points and get them to us.
Robert is working on the points right now.
Awesome. All right, let's get we'll get William Morris in here into the booth. William Morris, that's our booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, fellas, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. I'll tell you what, dude, you had yourself a great run here tonight, man. It was good to see you up running so hard. It looked like you had a really good car there and got yourself a decent finish. Run us through your race here tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I didn't know we were playing the pinching game, so once I figured that we were, I started doing the same and smacked the wall a little bit there at the beginning from kind of junking up my tires there the lap before from being pinched. So, yeah, I had to drive it back through the field. Did you like that show?
Yeah, that was really good, man. The car definitely looked good. You come out here with a third-place finish. And if I'm right, I thought we saw you have to take a wave around at one point. Am I right?
Yeah, man, I had to do that. I got a little bit of damage, wanted to fix it, and hopefully a caution would come out, and lo and behold, it did, and got a lucky one there and drove it back through the field, man.
That's nice, man. Definitely a good run for you tonight. Looked like you had a pretty decent season. Car looked really good out there tonight. Definitely showed some speed. Hopefully we'll see you next season back out here again, and you take tonight's race especially with you, man, and build on it.
Yeah, 10-4. That was a good season. I started about halfway through. Me and my 5 boys did. Shout out to all those guys: Wendell Elliott, Brian Morris, Brian Grubbs, John Johnson, Mark McCurdy, Brian Rump, all those boys. Kevin. I mean, that was Daryl. All those boys just helped me out so much on this simulator here, and without them, I wouldn't be able to do it. And I appreciate all their help. And yeah, maybe we can get them back in the league.
Hey, speaking of the track here tonight, is this a track that you're pretty comfortable at, or it just happened to be everything fell in the right way?
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to drive this week and learned a little bit about saving. I saved a little bit too much there for that last run. I thought we were going to be a little closer on fuel than I was, and I had plenty in the tank. I should have just drove a little bit harder. So, yeah, man, it was great. It was fun.
Well,
and I love this place.
Well, congratulations on third, man. Great run here tonight. Kept the car looking good, and great run. Good to see you out there doing something good, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the next season, buddy.
Yeah, man, thanks, guys. Appreciate what you do and everybody here. Go F5. Woo!
All right, go celebrate, bud. All right, that was third place. Let me see if I can get
Hey, Paul, real quick to cut you in real quick. The championship obviously went to Josh Stewart, but Seth and Joshua Jones tied, with the tiebreaker being, I guess, bonus points. So Seth got second.
Wow. We're going to get Seth Schultz up here right now, too. All right, Mr. Seth Schultz, that's our booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, dude, crazy run, man. Definitely had a good car out there tonight. You started on the pole, and you led a ton of laps. You got second in the finish, and I heard you got second in the standings. So congratulations on that, man. Talk to us tonight, man. Tell us what was going on.
Clean air was what it was all about. And then there towards the end, I had to start saving fuel, so I wasn't. I thought I'd saved enough under the caution. It was showing me one lap to the good, and then the spotter said, "Need to stop for a splash." And then after that, the spotter said I was good. And then I had the fuel up instead of the relative at that point, and I'm like, I'm gonna run out, and I ran out coming out of right after I got out of 4. Oh. So, but it was fun racing. It was fun racing Aaron, and Josh, Stewart and some other guys. I mean, it was good times.
Yeah, it was too bad to see Aaron have to go into the pits, man. You guys definitely put on a great run. The three of you guys were like all on top of each other. I would have liked to have seen if he had enough fuel to finish it to the end, how that would have played out for you guys. But you had a good car out here, man. You led a ton of laps. You did start on the pole. You had a pretty decent season. We've seen a lot of good racing, and couldn't have ended the season in a better way, man. We ended it on a great note here. What a race to the finish, man. That was just incredible. We were waiting to see. We weren't really sure about with the fuel, but we were waiting to see if you were going to do a last lap turn 4 pass, man. But unfortunately, the fuel didn't allow for it. But still, a good run for you, man. And second place in the standings, really not bad at all.
No, that's a good thing. But like I said, I mean, before, like last week and the week before that I needed Stewart to have a bad race, and actually I needed him to have a really, really bad race for me to pass him. And it almost happened there a couple times with some cautions that came out, but oh well. I mean, congrats to Josh. He had a heck of a car tonight, and that first run he started pulling away from me. I was getting way too loose. I was overdriving too hard on the outside, so I was burning up the right rear. But after he got 30 laps, it was opposite than what practice was. But then I figured out that if you stayed a little bit higher up on the track, you could really save the right front. So that actually ended up helping, and was making the car loose. But it was fun.
Yeah, we were inside your car with you at one point, and dude, we could see you sawing on that wheel. There was so many times you were sideways coming off. I think a couple of laps back, you'll hear me on there. I was like, oh, I thought you were going around, man. That car looked like it was just going to get away from you. You did a good job. You always do a good job keeping it, going forward. But, man, dude, you wrestle with that car race after race. And I said, he must be used to driving on ice, man, because it looked like you were just sliding that thing out of the turns, man. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it was, but there was a couple times I got the tires a little too hot, so I had to take a few laps a little easier. And then I kind of figured out 3 and 4 what was working a little bit better to get down on the bottom. But it was actually a little quicker to groove up. But I was trying to get by Aaron. I knew if I could get by Aaron, I could distance myself a little bit, because I was actually I felt like I was quicker than him the last probably 15 laps, maybe even 20. And I felt if I could get around him, maybe Stewart would have a harder time getting around him, and then it would get me out to a little bit of a lead, and I could save a little more fuel and run away with the win. But then I was hoping that, I mean, hate to say it, but I was hoping he'd try and pass him and they get tangled up. But it's wishful thinking at the time. You don't want to see it, but at the same time, it's for the championship.
You want that win, so. I know, yeah. Yeah, we seen you going down on the inside trying to pass Aaron a bunch of times, man, and I was like, man, if he could just get up on the outside and get on by, but definitely a great run here, man. Great season. Hopefully you guys figure out where you're going to be going next, and, let us know. We'll see what goes on with it. But we definitely enjoyed this season. It was a great 9 races so far, man. Great turnouts. Hats off to you guys. Hats off to the guys that were racing out here, man. A lot of good, clean, competitive drivers. This championship race definitely wasn't a disappointment. There was fighting going on throughout the whole field. I mean, there was positions being swapped everywhere, and you guys did a great job up in the front. I know you didn't get the win. You got second in the points, so congratulations, and quick shout out to Clocks by Christopher for putting on the race tonight here at Homestead. And before I let you get out of here, anybody else you want to shout out to?
Like you said, David Kamara for sponsoring with Clocks by Christopher. All the guys that show up week in and week out, American Hero Hunt for, and supporting the veterans and then all the admins that have helped out a lot over the years, and especially this season with everything that was going on. And you guys for broadcasting with SR. I mean, you guys do a great job week in and week out. But that's pretty much it. I might be forgetting something, but hopefully I can find out this week what's going on for next season. It's one of 3. It's either the Xfinity cars again, or the flat foot series, or possibly the trucks. Those are the 3 options. So the league members are gonna let me know, and Right now, it sounds like it's the Xfinity, but anything can happen. But other than that, appreciate it.
All right, well, listen, we're not going to let you get out of there. We're going to keep you here. We're going to get Josh Stewart up in the booth and talk to him, and then, we'll keep you here too also. So don't skip out on us just yet. And congratulations, man, on second. Congratulations on the pole here tonight, and second in the points.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, let me get to Joshua Stewart here.
Oh, hey, Josh finally got his win.
Hey, Josh Stewart, SR Booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, first of all, dude, congratulations on the win. Started 11th. You got 52 laps led. You take home the win here and the championship, man. You got to be feeling pretty psyched right now.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. We're pretty excited. We got the win finally, and we got to win the championship. I was kind of disappointed we didn't get any wins throughout the season, but this was definitely the one we needed to win.
Yeah, consistency, a lot of people don't realize, man, consistency, you've been strong pretty much all season, but consistent. And, you played your cards right, man. Good to see you had a fast car out here tonight, able to get back up to the front and take that win. When we were watching you, Aaron Corey, and Seth Schultz, the three of you guys kind of separated and were kind of fighting it out there for a little while. Corey was out in the front. Schultz was second. You were third. What was your thoughts through that process, man? Because that was a lot of laps. You guys were 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, just trying to stay with them, really. And I wasn't really thinking that we was going to have to worry about fuel, but we got down to, 20 laps or so, and we started looking at the fuel gauge and how many laps left, and we was going to be real tight. So I got the benefit of being behind them, picking up the draft, where I can still stay the same speed as them, but lift a little bit sooner.
Yeah, how much fuel do you think you had when you finished the race here?
I had 0.1 whenever we finished.
Wow, so you guys really cut it down close. I'll tell you what, man, it was definitely a good run, a great show. Seen a lot of good racing going on out there. Obviously, you were pretty fast at this track. Is this one of your favorite tracks, or just everything just kind of fall into place for you tonight?
I think everything just fell into place. I practiced here for pretty much all practice session and maybe 30 or 40 minutes this week. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. The track changed a lot from any other race. It seemed like you could run the bottom, but once the tires started to fall off, you needed to be on top, and that's where you get your run off. But yeah, I just want to tell Brad, sorry about door slamming him there. I don't know, we got up into the wall a little bit, and it was pretty hectic. Car wanted to be snappy loose off. I hated to get into the side of him and ruin his night.
Yeah, we watched that for a little bit, and I even said I think it was a little bit too early for I don't know, from the way we looked at it, it looked like maybe Brad tried to make something happen that might have been better off waiting. Seemed like it hurt him a little bit more, but there's not really much you can do. It's racing, man. Everybody wants to get to the front, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But that's pretty cool to shout out to him. But man, I'll tell you what, 52 laps led from an 11th place start, a couple ups and downs in the race, and to battle it out for the win in the championship. Man, it's got to be feeling good. Seth, anything you want to say to the champion here?
Just congratulations and congrats on winning tonight. And do you want that through PayPal or iRacing credits?
We always like iRacing credits. Those work.
10-4.
That's awesome. All right, man. Well, hopefully we see you next season as soon as we know what we're going to be racing. Take this championship and the momentum that you had tonight, man, and spring it forward into the next round. Definitely a lot of fun meeting all you guys and learning all you guys out there on the track, seeing what you guys can do. Had a great season here so far, man. These 9 races were definitely off the hook. A lot of respect out there, a lot of hard racing, good interviews with you guys. Got to know some of you guys, just from interviewing you and stuff, man. And we enjoyed it, man. So we look forward to seeing you guys again. And before we let you get out of here and go celebrate, Joshua Stewart, anybody you want to shout out to? Anybody making this possible for you?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Clocks by Christopher for sponsoring the race, all the sponsors throughout the season this year, and everything you guys do up in the booth. DieHard Racing League and American Hero Hunt for what they do for the veterans. Appreciate y'all.
All right, awesome, man. Well, congratulations once again on the win. You started 11th. He's got 52 laps led, takes the win, and seals the championship here at DieHard Racing League. So congratulations, man. You guys go celebrate, and we'll catch up with you next season.
All right, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
You got it. All right, Mike, hey, I appreciate you coming down and doing this with me, bro. It definitely helped me, man. It's kind of crummy feeling to be alone. Like I said, I think Wingnut probably must have fell asleep. And I know, unfortunately for Curtis, Curtis had a death in his family a little bit back earlier this week. So, he's got a handful on his plate. So, Kurt, if you're listening, bro, we'll give you, some prayers and stuff your way, dude, man. Hope everything goes good for you. And you guys can get sorted back out. But I do appreciate you coming down here and doing this with me, Mike. It definitely makes it a lot easier and a lot better, man.
Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, you guys do a great job here. We really appreciate the effort you guys put in, the graphics, everything. I don't think people realize it's not an easy thing to do, even with 2 people. It's you do a great job. The graphics look great. We have great cameras every week. The interviews are great. We love Wingnut. Wingnut's a great guy. Curtis does a great job too, and we just can't speak high enough for you guys.
We appreciate that, man. And like I said, I appreciate you coming down here, man. Anytime you want to come on in the booth, dude, just come on in. You're definitely welcome here, man. So next season when we're here, you feel like you don't want to race or you're not going to race, just come on down, man. Yeah, you'll fit right in. All right, let me run over the results here. We had 14 lead changes, 133 laps, and 4 cautions, which is really good. We had a pretty big field out here tonight, too. Right here, Joshua Stewart comes out your winner and your champion tonight. So congratulations for him for that. Tonight's race was brought to you by Clocks by Christopher. This was DieHard Racing League's American Hero Hunt Xfinity Series. We'll run over, and of course I never fixed it yet, but I'll get the top 20 out here at least. Joshua Stewart comes home in first in the win, your champion. Seth Schultz will take home second. William Morris takes home third. Justin Davidson finishes fourth. Ron Hollyfield with a 5th place finish tonight. Jose Tellez finishes 6th. 7th goes to Joshua Jones. 8th is Adam Matz. 9th is Art Peck. 10th goes to Elliot Butler. 11th is Josh Gallagher. 12th is Robert Barris. Bruce Pearson will finish 13th. Frederick Hofstetter finishes 14th. Aaron Corey, man, that's a shame he had to go in and refuel. Was up there leading. He'll take 15th tonight. That would have been a real good to see those 3 of them guys fight it out for that checkered flag. Adam Nowinski will finish 16th. 17th is Chris Stouffer. 18th is Rusty Farrell. 19th is Nevin Iwasuru. 20th is Patrick DeSolner. 21st goes to Cody Franklin. 22nd, Brad Speidel. 23rd, David Camara. Todd Cray, 24th. And that's going to be it. That's going to round out the field, man. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. And we'll be letting you know where DieHard Racing League is going to be going next, what car they'll be going into. If it's going to be the same night, same time, we'll bring it all to you. We'll get it back up here. We appreciate your support as always. Go check out DieHard Racing League on Facebook and in iRacing if you're looking for a good, clean league to run in. You see the way these guys run every week. Really good, clean, hard racing drivers. A lot of respect out on the track. They don't take any crap, so you know if you're gonna come here and just think you're gonna wreck, don't even bother to apply. But if you can run with respect and you're looking for a good place to run with a decent car count and good drivers, go check these guys out. Until then, Mike, enjoy yourself. Guys who are celebrating Thanksgiving, have a safe Thanksgiving, and we'll see you when we come back out. Uh-oh, I got a problem here. Guess I'll go with that.